Hej! Och välkomna till, vad kallar vi det då? Kallar vi för
specialstreamer eller något
specialstream med oss på Inet, Bakelin som ni känner igen. Och så har vi en liten man. Vi har en vän här från PowerColor som heter Cy Brown. Vi kommer byta över nu till engelska och så kommer vi köra engelska på den kommer köra engelska på den här streamen helt enkelt.
Ja, knacklig engelska kan tilläggas.
För Sai pratar inte svenska helt enkelt. Så att för att han ska förstå någonting och att det ska bli någonting vettigt så byter vi till engelska typ från och med nu typ.
How do you speak English? I'm not sure.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi Sai. Welcome to Sweden.
Thank you for having me in Sweden. I'm very pleased to be here. So I'm really excited to be here on this live stream and see how many errors I can make, and we'll see what we can edit. Oh no, it is live, right?
We can clip all of it. It's going to be.
So we have a counter for every mistake you make.
Okay, got it. Damn, yeah. But no, it's really cool to be here, and I love Sweden. I love coming here, and it's been fantastic. Coming to Gothenburg and actually seeing you guys in real life, and coming to talk about our products and be here for a launch is really cool.
We talked the last time you were in the office were pre-pandemic, and it was our old office, our old studio, and that feels like ages ago.
It does.
Yes.
Yeah. And
but so tell us a little bit about yourself. So who are you and what's your purpose in life?
Okay, who am I? What is my purpose? Is a very deep question to begin. Oh, such pressure. Okay, yeah, so I think, obviously I'm here today because I represent PowerColor. I think, that's the easy part. But I've been involved in the graphics card industry for at least 20 years now. I know I look crazy young, but, I've always been interested in PCs and gaming and components. And I started out 20 years ago when I was involved in dealing with service contracts to repair keyboards and monitors and mice and things like that, right? But I was more into the hardware, so I was only, I was doing that because I enjoyed PCs and components and really and building PCs as well. So I was trying to fix my old PCs and some of my family PCs, so that's where the interest came from actually. Yeah. And then I thought, what am I doing? I want to be at the leading edge of it. So. I then worked with a manufacturer that was making motherboards, and they were called PC chips at the time. You might remember them a long time ago, which then became the Elite Group, and it was a long time ago. But but the thing is that they were kind of at the leading edge of building graphics cards back then, and back then it was 256K cache graphics card with a real tech chipset, right? Can you imagine? Not even 1 megabyte of graphics memory, right? So this is how it was. And then, then we went through different variations of products coming through. And then, I stayed in the industry, and then I started working with a company called X of X, or Pine Group as they were known. And then they started working with, you might remember, obviously, before NVIDIA was really a big thing as well. And they came out with a TNT 16 card, as it was, and TNT 32. And so then suddenly, 3D gaming started to become a reality, and, a bit more affordable, which was nice. So. I think I was playing quite a few games. Obviously, I go back to Doom and Counter-Strike, and we'd be playing Doom across the network, which is always good fun, stealing that network bandwidth, right? But then I remember, getting more into the first-person shooter realm, and then I started playing Medal of Honor, the very first one, and that was, that was a cool game when it first came out.
And how much do you game now?
Nowhere near as much as the lights game. So the only thing, I'll be very honest, that I jump into right now is Battlefield and a bit of Call of Duty. Maybe it's a bit my genre. I like it.
What do you play, like Call of Duty? Is it Warzone or the normal Call of Duty?
I do the normal one, should we call it, and same for Battlefield as well. So and but I just like to jump into a deathmatch, play, take the headshots, and then I'm done again until the next time I jump in.
Dominate, and leave.
And then leave, yeah.
But how long were you at XFX?
So there I was there for 17 years. I was at XFX actually. So
because you were one of the, when I started at INED, talking to partners you were one of the first contacts that I was introduced in the business. It was a dinner in Stockholm. I remember it vividly because there was a few other people there. So I remember you were there. So
yes,
we've been working together for over 11 years now. So and so you've been at PowerColor for how many years now?
3 years I've been working PowerColor now. So which I'm really pleased I made the transition. But you know, sometimes, you know, it's good to make a change in your life, right? I decided it's time to a bit of a leap of faith, but I was looking at PowerColor and what they were doing with their products, and really seeing, you know, these guys were getting really focused, but they've got that kind of flavour of still being a bit maverick, a bit leading edge, willing to take some risks. And you might remember there's some a brand within the brand which was Devil 13 at the time, which, you know, now we've got our whole full Red Devil lineup. But yeah, I love the fact that they were willing to kind of take a risk and but you know, really believe that we want to give the gamer a good product, right? So we want to give them a bit of value for money, but really focus on the quality side. So
which brings us to today, right? So today we have been teasing a little bit, but was graphics card launch. There was the 17700 XT and 17800 XT. And speaking of, like, we're going to deep dive a little bit on performance, quality, exactly what you were talking about. But I don't know where we want to start. Where do we want to start?
We can talk about two things that our customers are gonna enjoy. First off, we're gonna be having a contest for the 7800 XT Red Devil limited edition, the cool box.
We're gonna do an unboxing on that, and we have like a little. I haven't seen one.
Shrouds,
I haven't seen one, so I'm actually excited to see this in real life.
How well?
So you can win this tonight, and then we're also doing MSRP, which is a complicated question, but the official MSRP is lower than our cheapest option at the moment, and that's simply because of the situation with the Swedish crown. So we can't really we don't have the margins to actually reach that price point, but for tonight we're actually gonna provide the 7800 XT Hellhound edition for the actual MSRP that is conveyed from AMD, but that is for members only and only tonight. So if I think Jonathan will head down, give you the link to it in the different chats. So for tonight we're gonna have a symbolic discount on it to celebrate the release. So if you're in the market for that one, make sure to grab it tonight because it will be slightly cheaper. And John,
we added the 7700 XT Fighter.
Ah, cool. So we added another model just now, which is the 7700 XT Fighter. So that we don't have that with us because it's not in stock, I think. Or
it's in stock.
Just got in stock, but we can grab it for the stream. So
and that's courtesy of John, our purchase manager, that also goes by the nickname in Swedish by Good Looking John.
Good Looking John. I think yes.
Snygg John.
He's very modest, obviously. However, he knows his talents and his skills and his looks.
So we're going to be talking both about PowerColor models in specific. They have 3 different models for this generation, these cards.
We do.
And we have 2 of them with us. And we're also going to talk about the performance and especially price to performance and stuff like that about the cards themselves in general, not PowerColor specific.
And so 2 things. Not to put any pressure, but we have over 400 people watching right now. So, and the other thing is that the competition that we are running, that when you can win this, you have to stay and announce yourself in the chat to be able to win it.
Yeah.
Because it's such a nice price.
Yeah.
It is a
We
beautiful
force
price.
people to actually not just participate and then turn off the stream.
Okay.
They actually have to watch the stream.
Absolutely.
They have to watch
Makes
our
sense.
pretty faces.
It's worth watching as well.
Yeah,
obviously,
exactly.
so,
It's
yeah.
worth watching. And we have you from all the way from UK traveling here.
Indeed.
And I don't know if it's understood, but you traveled to Sweden, to Gothenburg, just to be part of this stream and this release.
Is exactly why I came to Sweden.
Yeah.
So we were talking a couple of weeks ago, and with John and as well, and we thought, what a cool idea.
Yeah.
Like everyone does a launch, it's all gets, you know, it's kind of people talk about it, all becomes a bit academic. But we thought, actually, these are real products, and you know, behind iNet are real people that you know really helping bring these products to market. But how cool would it be for us, the manufacturer, me, PowerColor, and team at iNet to get together and actually do a live launch and bring the products to you here and now. So and give some away. Wow.
As a bonus.
We actually finalized that we should have this stream in Taipei, and now it's a really global project.
Yeah,
This is that's
So-
true. In fact, we did. Yeah, we did.
We talked about it at Computex, and then
Computex in Taiwan. Yeah.
Yeah, and then Johan went to your factories in Taiwan
Came
as well.
to our factory.
So we know the nice quality that is waiting in this box.
He's seen these products actually be made as well, right, in real life.
If you haven't seen our walkthrough, we have it on our YouTube channel where I actually go through the entire process of them getting a GPU from AMD and then finishing it into a actual graphics card. And they have some, is it 6 months old? It was 6 months old.
Yeah, about 6 months ago when
brand new factory with some really high-tech gear. So it's really cool to see.
But it's also like one part is where they do it manually, and you said it was called HMT.
We call that the HMT line, not an SMT, which is surface mount technology, but HMT, we call it the human mount technology. There's only a little bit that's done by hand, but it's more about perfection and checking and making sure things are the right
before
quality.
we deep dive into, I think
sorry, I see a few comments, and if you've already purchased the Hellhound edition and for full price, give us an email and we will adjust it, because we actually came up with this idea after the launch, like at the streams when the stream began. So we couldn't consider the purchases already made. So if you give us an email watching this, we're gonna adjust your price to the lower price. So no worries.
Excellent.
And so, because that was, is there any questions that you have seen, Jonathan, that we need to? Is there anything we should? Okay, okay. So keep asking questions, and Jonathan will interrupt us if there is anything. So
anything
without
important?
further. Jonathan.
Are we talking about the good-looking one now?
Molly. How do you say it in English? Molle. So anyway, should we start with what's actually been launched today? Because we have two new graphics cards from AMD Radeon, and PowerColor has 3 different models split on these
within
two.
Each model range family. Indeed, we do. Yeah.
So in short, the 7700 XT is a new 1440p gaming card with 12 gigabytes of VRAM, and then we have the slightly bigger brother, the 7800 XT, which is basically beefed up 6800 XT with more 16 gigabyte of GDDR6
with the memory.
And all the benefits of RDNA 3, as in like better ray tracing, better energy efficiency, and better AV1, actual AV1 encoding, and all that at a lower price point with than the 6800 XT was launched at. I think it was $650 for the 7800 XT. And now we're at $500. So.
So if you compare for value for launch, it's like, wow, this is
So it's a better card at a better price, it's not a huge generational leap, but it's still a very, very good card for people looking at the higher end 1440p gaming or the lower end 4K gaming, I would say.
And I think from the 1440p point of view, I think, you know, the key element of it is that, you know, it's full-on rasterization. It's not afraid of it. It's going to be able to really, you know, manage that really well in a high resolution as well, even a higher resolution. So yeah, and yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
Great.
So we're going to both be talking about the reviews that have come out from a few outlets, and we're also going to be both unboxing and taking a look at the different variants from PowerColor. So where do we want to begin?
I don't know. What does the chat want to begin?
The chat.
You want to know which color is PowerColor? Very important question.
Which color is PowerColor?
We're all red, that's for sure, right?
Yeah, red.
Yes.
Red is the powerful color. Yeah.
Yeah.
There was one that commented that he had a PowerColor Ducky Edition keyboard.
Yeah, yeah,
and
indeed.
he was wondering if you had any more collaboration down the pipeline.
In fact, it's a great question, and yeah, we did do a collaboration which is still technically ongoing with Ducky, and what we obviously, you know, we're a gaming brand first and foremost, so I think that's the key part there. But we are looking at you know, expanding our offerings, and there's some things that are here today. We're part of that, accessorizing what we do at PowerColor. But problem is, we're so fussy, we're so conscious that we can't just put any product out there. It's got to be a really good quality product. And so, one of the reason for the Ducky collaboration is that we know with gamers, they consider this to be.
Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, it's sold out.
But Moline said.
After we announced the
Oh wow!
there was more coming, right, Sam?
Yeah, we are. I'm gonna.
He's gonna have to fill up our
I'm
stock.
gonna have to fly to Taiwan to grab some more. Oh wow! Okay.
Thought it was worth interrupting.
Wow, that is amazing. I can only say thank you to the wonderful iNet customers that are.
That's what I said before
already.
the stream. Like the sellout before the stream was pretty good, and I said that was even before the stream.
Yeah,
you did.
Even before the side
Daniel.
power.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
Wow, that's insane.
Yeah. When is the next delivery, John?
I'm working. I already have. I can't say the number, but we already have a batch of stock with iNet's name on it. So, and that's actually right now in Taiwan, so we have to get it over to Europe. But we will make it happen. Don't
When's
worry.
The next plane?
Yeah. When's the next flight? It's a 13, 14-hour flight. Yeah, we'll work it out. But wow, fantastic. Okay. Okay.
And John, will we continue with the pricing for backlog?
If it goes completely out of hand, we'll probably.
Yeah. So for now, we're continuing with the price. Yeah.
We are still taking orders.
Wow.
Yep.
That is super generous. But as you're being so generous, I think I will have to say from PowerColor that we will help support that price as well. We already gave a discount to help this, but we will make sure that we back you up 100%.
Yep.
It's only fair. Yeah, we can't
keep ordering.
Okay, we can't leave you out on that.
So let me just say something in Swedish, because so there's it's about the competition.
Yeah.
Så tävlingen, bara för att jag tar det snabbt på svenska bara så att alla är med. Tävlingen för det här kortet som man kan vinna, det är, vi har en länk uppe i chatten. Jag tror den borde vara pinnad. Och då sen att man måste vara kvar i chatten och annonsa sig, så att du skriver in vilket nickname du har, eller så försöker vi verifiera vem du är, den som har vunnit det. Vi spinnar hjulet precis som vanligt om man varit här tidigare. Och det är ungefär, vi ska hålla på max 1,5 timme. Så det beror lite på hur mycket frågor ni har, hur mycket snack. Men någon gång mellan 18 och 18:30 så kommer vi dra vinnaren. Men som sagt, det beror lite på. Ni har väldigt mycket frågor och vi har en besök här, så att vi får se.
Ja.
Okej,
så vi kan vinna 7800 XD. Bara för
ja, just det. Fina version.
Ja, det är limited edition Red Devil, så det är det finaste 7800 XD de har, kan vi då vinna idag ifall du går med i länken och är kvar tills att vi drar vinnare och svarar vad du heter ifall vi drar dig. Så Stanna kvar ifall du är med och tävlar och vill vinna.
People actually wanted to see the unboxing.
Yes, let's do the
Hey.
unboxing. Yeah.
Like,
Should we do the Hellhound first, since it's the one we have on? Okay.
So we will start with the hallowed Red Devil
Will
limited
there be
edition.
wide editions of the new Hellhound?
We're working on that right now, and I think it's a very good question. But in fact, we're going to improve upon that model over the last family to. So just so you know, we're working on it now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't say exact date, but it's coming.
Yeah. And what you said about it, it sounds promising, but I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
Don't kiss and tell.
Daniel's got an inside track already.
Han sa att det skulle vara överlägset snyggaste vita kortet någonsin.
Okay. So please do the honors.
Let me introduce you our Red Devil limited edition 7800 XT. Now this ships in a custom. It's actually like a wooden box, as you can see here. It comes with these wonderful, fantastic looking brass latches. You can see here. And obviously it's got a nice carry handle, so you don't drop it if you're carrying it around. But you can see if we go all around here, let's get all the decal and the detail of the Red Devil logo. So without further ado, there we go. Then we lift the lid and we reveal what's inside. Okay, of course, it comes extremely well packaged to ensure it gets to you, you know, without any issues, basically. So first of all, I will maybe remove our accessory box here.
Har något att skära med?
Let me open that. I don't want to mark it for the lucky winner. Maybe we have a knife.
Yeah, John is grabbing it for you.
I need a knife. Thank you, John. Thank you.
Scalpel, please.
That's it.
Nurse.
Let's not mark the content. There we go.
So how many of these ones have you unboxed?
Well, sorry, how many have we unboxed?
No, have you physically unboxed one of these before?
This actually is my first time.
Okay,
this has happened like in the time frame. This is my first time I physically got my hands on a 7800. So this is new for me as well. So this actually is one of our exclusive, only made and designed for this Red Devil limited edition. It's a backplate. We call it our Devil Skin.
Yep.
So this attaches to the product itself, which is amazing. See, really simple, but you can customize it, and it connects with these really powerful magnets that are on there. But it's just a way to further customize this amazing product. I mean, wow. Okay. So next, let's go in. Let's take off. Got here, which is some of the accessories that it comes with. So because it's a limited edition, there are a few extras that come with the product. So obviously you've got to use your manual, but it does come with our custom GPU support. So here are the parts for this. This is basically when you install it in your system, depending on which orientation you have for the graphics card, it's able to support the weight of the card. So it's just an additional safety thing, basically, which is useful. Then we come with our very exclusive badge with our Devil Eye. And you can only get this with the limited edition products.
Okay.
Comes with that. And then also we have another one as well. Again, it's a case badge with our Red Devil logo. So it's a bit of merch that comes with the product.
Yeah. And what are those things?
Oh yeah, sorry. These are part of the GPU support.
Okay.
So this, this goes in there. Then you connect it. It goes in there, etc. And then that screws onto there.
Yep.
And then that goes in there like so. And then you tighten it.
Okay. Yep.
So it's got with the tools included.
So you don't have the sag on the.
No sag on the card.
Yeah.
And obviously, as these cards are a little bit heavier than they used to be.
Yeah.
It makes the difference. So here we have the Red Devil. So I'm going to actually open this so we can get a better look at the card. Okay. Alrighty, here we go. So this is the Red Devil from the front.
Yeah.
Our 3 ring blade fans. These are our custom design fan blades, basically. They're designed to definitely bring your cooling down a lot more than how they would be normally with some other types of fans you can get, but they lower the temperature really nicely as well.
Yeah.
Come around here. Now, one of the things I want to show you is the devil eye, which is here. So when the RGB is on, it looks absolutely awesome in the case, basically.
Okay.
It looks amazing with it. Come around here.
And the power connectors are...
And then we come to the power. So we've got 2 very useful 8 pins. No special adapters or connectors are required here, guys. And don't worry, this won't melt, okay? So yeah, fantastic. And then on here as well, I'll just show you this little dip switch here.
Yeah.
This allows you to alternate between our OC mode and our quiet mode. So it gives you a highly optimized and it draws more power. You know, enthusiast gaming performance, or you can go opt for the you know, the more sedate mode if that's what you want to do with a Red Devil. I definitely wouldn't go that way, but some people would. But yeah. And then obviously on here you've got our custom milled aluminium backplate as well. Obviously part of this is for the rigidity of the card itself, and obviously what it does stop, it stops any PCB flex. And to be fair, normally is something that could happen in transit. If your PCB flexes too much, then one of the tracks on the PCB is, you know, they could maybe crack slightly, and then, you know, then you might have a problem as well. Obviously you've got your ARGB that comes through here that lights up really nicely as well. And yeah.
And how does it look with the...
Yeah, let's have a look at the back plate on this one, which is a great idea. So you get to see. So as I said, so this it's our range of devil skins, and there are a few options available for this.
We have another one.
We have another one, which I'm going to show you, which is our generative one. So the idea is, it just goes straight on the card like this, and when this is on, it looks amazing, I have to say, because you see with the Red Devil Eye, the way the design fans out from here, you can see this really, really well. But also note, it's actually aerated as well, so the heat can still dissipate. So we've done the test, and it makes very marginal difference on the heat itself. And so obviously you want to do, when you're going full tilt on your gaming, you want to make sure obviously your card is remaining cool. So it makes very minimal difference. But this is the one, you can only get this one if you've ordered a Red Devil limited edition. We do not sell this particular cover anywhere else, but we do actually offer other ones you can buy. So if you bought a Red Devil card and it's not the limited edition, you can actually acquire one of these as well. So here it is. So this is our Devil Skin Generative, we call this one. It's not to be confused with generative AI, by the way.
They saying you're a devil's advocate.
Hey, I sure am. Okay, so this is our generative look, which I love this one. If you think about the game, The Last of Us, post-apocalyptic world, I really like this one a lot. So this goes on here. So this is actually a mixture of aluminium and high-grade composite material. It's actually very hard to do to get it right, but we're very fussy about how good these things look. Again, so again, you've now got a whole new devil look going on here. And if you're into customizing your rigs, it's a really easy way to do this. And we have another mod as well, which is not here, but we will be releasing some new ones as well. So it just gives you a really simple way to modify your card. And it's quick as that. No tools required.
and massively change the appearance of, depending on the layout, in the case of course when you see it.
Exactly.
But yeah, so
will we include the extra backplate to the winner?
For this, we will, only because Johan said it. So now I'm going to say, yeah, of course I will. Yeah, yes, good call there. But yeah, but I mean that's what I mean. So this is I really I mean, you know, just being enthusiastic about products is one thing, but because I genuinely love it, I love how it looks, and yeah, I think it's a great design. Awesome. So, I say, yeah, but that's, you know, one thing we thought about, because in a lot of systems, depending which way your card is orientated, quite often a lot of the back plates out there look just kind of plain, right, and boring. So we're adding the pizzazz.
Yeah, exactly. and it's pretty much cheaper than buying a different graphics card.
It is, and it's much cheaper than buying it. And this is the thing, right? So I think one of the things as well to think about is the life of some people's graphics cards, like some of our Red Devils. You know, they've been extended now with new technologies like FSR3. Which is going to make a big difference to games and game performance, and you know, and your FPSs that you can achieve. But you know, in this way, if you're going to keep your graphics card for longer, not only is it good for the environment, but you can also change the look really easily as well. So you know, fashions come and fashions go, right? So we're going to stay relevant.
So, cool. Any questions? Molin, kan du byta till Eika?
Jag kan prata lite på svenska bara. Jag har sett flera frågor om tävlingen. Vi har en länk där från Restream.io som är från botten som ni ska få. Och använd jättegärna er nick så att ni enkelt kan se chatten sen när vi ska verifiera den som har vunnit. Vi kommer göra ett hjul, dra en vinnare och sen be den vinnaren skriva i chatten så att det blir mycket enklare att hitta rätt vinnare ifall det är samma nick som du tävlar med som du också är inloggad med på YouTube eller Twitch. Så gärna det. Sen fick jag en fråga också på 7800 XT slutsåld, men vi fortsätter ta beställningar och du kommer uppdatera produktsidan och höra av dig. Okej, du är överens. Nice. Okay. So then we can continue in English.
Yeah, so so any questions about the card? Or should we just
go to the next?
Yeah, I think we can do the benchmarks and then we do the Hellhound.
Yeah.
So we have a lot of people asking actually, how is it performing?
I've seen a lot of questions.
Which cam should I use, Molle?
Are you ready and I can switch?
Yeah. So if we can start with Sweetclockers, our dear friends. They did a full review on both of the new cards today, and as you can see, we got the badge on the 7800 XT. So just to give a quick rundown of the performance you can expect, or in comparison to old gen and new gen, etc. This is primarily a card for 1440p gaming, and here's how it performs in comparison to competition and the last gen cards, as we can see. Keep in mind, this is aggressively priced card for having 16 gigabytes, so it's going to be a card that is going to live for a long time, especially having a big memory bus as well. So it has very good, opportunities to be a great card for a very long time.
Does indeed.
And this one, 7800 XT, although it is the in-name successor to the 6800 XT, it actually launches at $150 cheaper than this launch, so keep that in mind. Also to keep in mind, it is a card with a lot better ray tracing performance, a lot better energy efficiency, and it has AV1 encoding. So, and speaking of the Hellhound, since a lot of people are buying it right now, I can give you a recommendation of watching the Tech Power Up review of the Hellhound edition. As you can see, it is super quiet. It's actually stupidly quiet. You can't even hear 25 decibels in most cases, as well as having great, I think it's in power consumption, cooler performance comparison, yeah. As well as being super cold. So here it is at 47 Celsius at the 25 dBA, so it's both cool and cold card.
Super cool.
Quiet and cold. Yeah.
Maybe leading question, but are you happy with the result?
I've got to be honest, I'm absolutely super pleased with the result, actually. And actually, but what I did know, I knew how hard the engineers were working on the card, and they kept coming back saying, well, we think we can do this, and we're like, no, we want it to be even quieter, we want it to be cooler, we've got to do better. And actually, they've done an absolutely fantastic, amazing job. And but you know, for us, it's like, wow, fantastic. But obviously, the key is we know the consumer's going to get a better experience from the card. If you're gaming, you want a quiet card, you want it to be cool, then really the Hellhound is like the obvious choice now. I think reviews like this we're so pleased about. But you know, maybe we were slightly expecting it after we saw some of the results from what the engineers had pulled off, but you know, it's fantastic. Yeah, I am so happy.
And speaking of ray tracing, here we can see the difference with the 6800 XT, so it's a slight improvement here. And but cost per frame, here's the big deal with this card. It's why a lot of people are buying it right now, and it's attracting a lot of hype. It has a great cost to performance, especially in this market where our currency isn't the best at the moment, so we get inflated prices.
Yeah.
So it's nice to see a new card that is actually pointed towards value. You know,
yes.
So it's a great value 1440p gaming for demanding new games with ray tracing, etc.
So how long have you? Or that's something that you look at, cost per frame. How long is that? Normally you look at FPS or, you know, but cost per frame, I think that's a very interesting metric to look at. I feel that is relatively new.
I think, yeah, it feels definitely. I think there used to be like a bang per buck scenario as well.
Exactly,
you remember this one as well.
Yeah.
But I think now, because if you look at some of the technologies employed, and it's, you know, there's two sides to it, right? There's the other camp of graphics where they've used certain technology to do this as well, where it looks maybe more favourable. Yeah. But I think in today's environment, you know, it's like it's kind of like a new world that we live in today, right? Yeah. With the many things, you know, costs have been soaring, and that's why I think where energy efficiency. And if you compare that to, well, what does that mean in my frame rates, right? Yeah, you know, how value and cost effective is the product that I'm intending to buy? Yeah. And it's a good way, it's a good measure that if you're going to go and buy a 78 XT, you know, in fact, actually, you know, someone's done a calculation to say, actually, your cost of ownership and the frames you're going to get, what that cost you out of your pocket actually is really good value. So I think it's nice that, you know, that this area thought about, and I think it will continue to be this way. People will look at that as a benchmark. Yeah,
I think it makes a lot of sense, and because it's easy to just look at performance, but you have to take consideration, especially now with energy prices going up, and there's a lot of other considerations. So I think it's interesting, and I've seen a trend.
Kan byta över till A-cam igen. Tänker jag. Yeah, so
we had some questions. How did PowerColor manage to achieve the results, and what measurements did they take to combat the noise and thermals?
Well, I think one of the things I explained earlier, so with this generation of cards, we've deployed a new fan technology. So it's our ring blade fans, basically, which have got, you know, they've got 9 arms on the fan itself, basically. And what it does do, there's some suppression and technology there. But what I mean by that is how it handles the airflow. So if you can manage the airflow efficiently as it comes in, but actually I probably need to show you the Hellhound card, because then I can show you, in fact, in more detail, why it performs so well.
Yeah, let's do it.
On the cooling.
Sure, sure.
Because there's a very good point to this that I have to lead into.
Yeah.
So I think the only way to do it properly will be to show you the fans themselves and what we've done.
Om ni har några frågor om Hellam-kortet nu när vi unboxar, så ställ gärna på, så kan vi kika specifikt på det ifall du är intresserad av att beställa ett.
Okay, so this is our Hellhound 78 XT card. And I can talk all day about why I think the cooling is so efficient, but actually there is a specific reason why also, besides the ring blade fan technology. You know, they're angled at a certain degree. You can really get technical about it. Oops, go on-screen error.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go for the easy way to get this bad boy out. Such a satisfying sound when you pull the sleeve off. Okay, I'll put that there for now. Right.
We got one question.
Sure.
How do you determine what is too much coil wine and what is acceptable?
I think coil wine, when you look at these cards, it's really non-existent. But I think really it's on the higher end where you go to 79 series, and you do get cool wine with any high-end graphics cards, but it depends on how you minimize it. But from our aspect, we're using very high-grade voltage regulators and capacitors. You know, you can get really technical when you talk about the inductors and so on, about how this manages it. But what we do, we only choose car-grade manufactured components, and the reason for that is you get, you know, you can guarantee there's a certain redundancy in terms of, you know, how efficient and how effective they are. And so really we kind of, you acquire, you know, the best components to mitigate that. But when it comes to measuring, you know, cool wine, for some people, it's worse for them than it is for others. It depends.
It's a lot depending on the PSU and stuff like that.
Exactly.
And, how you do your settings in game menus.
Exactly.
And, stuff like that.
And it varies, but also it depends on like some people can actually hear a higher pitched noise at a certain frequency differently to like maybe you can hear it or I can hear it.
Yeah,
so,
I have an old man's hearing, so I don't get bothered by it.
So some of it is subjective in terms of what is too high, but you know, when you look at it, you look at a fan, and so like what was recorded on the Tech Power Up, you know, 25 decibels is a very low frequency, low noise, and so. So I shouldn't expect it's ever any more than that, but it's very hard to measure because it can change depending on what the consumer is playing on and how high they've got it going.
Yeah, we got a couple of recommendations here. We had one viewer asking how can I reduce it, and get a louder CPU cooler. That's a best recommendation I've heard.
That can be something, yeah. Okay. I'm going to get this one out. Yeah, but a definitive answer is difficult to say.
But you're taking clear steps towards minimizing the risk.
Minimize it. And in fact, we changed the manufacturing process of our 7900 XGXs for that particular reason on a Red Devil. In fact, we changed the thermals on the card, the thermal pad connectors, and all that's to do with we have our digital monitoring of the energy flow actually live on the card, so we try and manage and, you know, that consistently, so you get kind of the best performance, but also try and mitigate those things like the cool wine thing is difficult to, you know, put a whole number on it though. Right, okay, so this is the Hellhound 7800 XT edition.
That's a clean look.
Yeah, it's
exactly what we wanted to achieve. There's not too much going on, but we want to keep it a nice, clean look.
Does any of the back plates work on these cards as well?
That doesn't work on the Hellhound ones, but we are actually looking at that as well as an option.
Shimmer, or
Sorry?
Is it slightly slimmer, or how do they compare in size?
Yeah, from the to the Red Devil one, yeah, it's actually slightly slimmer.
Yeah,
if you take a look, just ever so slightly, but quite similar. But okay. Oh, okay. Should we? Right. But back to that original question about how did we manage to get the card to run so cool. So what you'll notice here is we've got 3 fans. They're all the ring blade design with the 9 fins. But what you will notice is the center fan is actually a smaller fan. And this runs in the opposite direction to the 2 main fans, so it actually spins in the opposite way. And what this does do, it manages the airflow, and obviously what it then does, it actually reduces the noise of it as well. So because it's spinning in the opposite direction, they're pulling the air in one way, this is pulling it in another direction, and it actually cancels out some of the noise, so they kind of cancel each other out. But that's just to do with the airflow, basically.
Yeah, I've seen this design on several cars now.
Yeah.
It's obviously working super well for you
Yeah,
guys.
so that actually is working out really well on here. But again, you know, with these with this ring blade design, you know, so we took a lot of care about things like vibration and so on. So you get very minimal vibration. Obviously, that's supported also with the back plate of the card, and then you look at the you know, the main body of the cooler. There's also a frame in there as well. So you put all these things together, and it really is all about noise suppression and dampening any vibration, and ensuring you've got the most efficient and effective airflow, and thus keeping the noise to a minimum. So yeah, it's, as you say, yeah, it's worked out very well on this one.
And you earlier you mentioned you have a new direct plate.
Sorry?
A new copper plate for the GPU.
Yeah, so what I should say, so on the actual cooler, you can see we've got the aluminium fins on here. Obviously, when you look at the cooling pipes, there's 5 6mm heat pipes on here. They're copper nickel plated, obviously stops the erosion. But the actual GPU surface contact from the cooler is actually larger, so it's fully covering the GPU, and it's got a direct copper connect as well, and also that's covering some of the VRAM as well. And so again, you add all that together, it makes the cooling very, very efficient, and it just means actually in the end we don't have to spin the fans as much. So it's smart fan technology as well. So the fans will only go on when it hits 60 degrees. And then it will then turn off when it hits 50 degrees. So it needs to make sure, okay, well, we're back to a nominal temperature. It's dropped enough below 60, then it turns the fans off again. But 60 degrees is when it comes on. But you know, that's one of the things as well. So we're very confident with the cooling that's deployed on the card that yeah, you know, it doesn't need to spin any fans until it gets 60 degrees, so a completely silent operation. And again, on the card we've got a dip switch for the OC BIOS and the silent BIOS as well. So that's got 2 different mappings, so you've got your, you know, your full-on performance gaming or slightly lower. But to be fair, even the OC BIOS, if you've got that switch, it's still just so quiet. Card is amazingly quiet. And on here as well, we've got our dip switch for, again, you know, we're talking about it's a nice clean design. So it does have an LED within it, so you can either have the Hellhound, the blue design, which is quite well known, but then we've got our new amethyst color. So you can have amethyst or traditional Hellhound blue color, which simple flick of the dip switch. But you know, if you want full ARGB, that's when you go for the Red Devil option, basically, where that's all integrated.
Cool.
All right.
It's a really well put together card, both design wise and cooling wise, in my opinion. And jag kan ta det på svenska. Om ni inte redan spanat in så har Tech PowerUp gjort en recension av just den specifika modellen. Spoiler alert, fick jättemånga tummar upp och otroligt tyst och väldigt låga temperaturer. Så det ser ut att bli ett kanonkort för just den här modellserien. Så ja, väldigt kul att se att de har hittat en kostnadseffektiv och ruskigt högpresterande modell med läckert utseende. Så väldigt trevligt att se. I was just plugging your card, saying it was great.
Thank you.
So we have a few questions. One of them is, can you use it as an encoder like the RTX cards? Or, like
for video encoding?
Video,
yeah, you can. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and with the some of the AV1 features as well allowed you to do that, which is hardware as well.
Yeah.
Yep, indeed.
Yeah, and another one was the mouse pad. People really liked it.
Oh, what this? Yeah, okay.
Is it possible to make more competitions?
I'm sure it is, but yeah, what we need to do, obviously, you know, what's good about a mouse pad? What's your personal preference? And some people like, you know, I like to call it the widescreen edition, and some guys like it a bit different. Someone wants some RGB on there. There's many variations, but we're kind of trying to keep things pure on what we do as well, with the so not too many gimmicks really, because I think it's easy to come up with a gimmick, but. Yeah, but we are going to introduce more on that line later for the mouse pads and some other products that will associate with it.
But you said that this was something that you're selling directly from...
Yes, so this is possible to obtain. Absolutely. Yeah. So what I should do is then come back to you, because obviously to give you some, you know, correct kind of pricing and so on, basically, but it is available actually, so we could do that indeed. Yeah,
we got two questions here from the chat. The first one you can take. Have you got the warranty for people looking into water block mounting, like if you take it apart?
See, the challenge with the water block thing is that what we've learned is actually a lot of cards have been damaged by people just removing coolers and then attaching it, and then you know, so that's why in fact we do with the Red Devil and the 79. Normally at the top end we did our Liquid Devil editions, which you guys have sold, which sold very, very well as well actually. But the purpose of that is that we're warranting that. So we've got the water block already on the card. Yeah. It was an EK with co-design block. And then just as an example, what we did include with the liquid, I mean, they will come back through again for the customers. We include a leak tester, because one of the biggest problems you see with cars where they've been modified with is unfortunately they can leak, right? You see most of the damage of that, and you might get a car back and you can see there's water damage all over the card, and so it's very hard to warranty that situation. But what we do say is, you know, if you really want to go the modification route, then obviously the idea is we provide a Liquid Devil card that will suit that need. But you know, and with our Liquid Devil, it's also the thinnest water block on the market, and that was custom designed, which was for our 79 series actually. So at the moment we're saying, because there's so much potential and variation for what can go wrong when you modify with water cooling, then obviously at the moment we're not in a position to say we can offer a full warranty on it. But you know what, it's a case by case thing as well. So if it is definitely nothing to do with water cooling, and you know, maybe they've reattached the original cooler, then it is something that, you know, they can discuss with our tech guys live online as well. So
but also, like, normally, especially on cards and in this performance range, like the 70, usually it's not the cards that you water cool. It's more high end.
So that's why with our 79s we get but absolutely right. Okay.
And we had a couple of quick questions regarding the contest. We're doing the well, we're gonna conclude it tonight. So stay put. What time is it?
So let's say in 15 minutes.
15 minutes.
15
So
minutes. Okay, cool.
10 past 6. Klockan 10 över 6.
10 över 6.
10 över
Så
6.
drar vi vinnaren.
Yes. So in 15 minutes we'll do the competition, and they have to be in the chat.
Yeah.
Because and there's a lot of comments on how good looking the cards are. They have been the chat is saying like both are looking really good, but I prefer this one or that one. But so there's a lot of comments on how good looking the cards are.
Excellent,
Yeah.
excellent. Well, we're glad we managed to make some good-looking cards.
Yeah,
But I think
exactly.
that's one of our things as well. I think the aesthetic of the card, if you're going to choose a card, sometimes it might reflect your own personal choice, but we wanted to make sure we have enough variation to really suit someone's need. But then bring in with the devil cards, you can acquire a new look with a devil skin altogether, right? So you can actually change your whole look if you're not so happy with it. So definitely, but no, very pleased that you guys like the card designs. But like for us as well, we go through a lot of questions with our tech marketing and the engineers, and some designs you're quite glad they didn't come to the market. So so this is what we end up with. We end up with something where we feel actually a lot of people have had a lot of input, but I think really at the heart of the company are some actual gamers that really care about how a product looks as well. So hopefully the end result is good. Yeah.
So do we have any more on the agenda on the cards, or do we feel satisfied that we talked about the performance, talked about the cards?
I think we've established that they're very good cards.
Yeah.
So perhaps John is gonna.
Yeah, but I was wondering if Handsome John wants to join the stream and just talk about a little bit about sales today and how the launch has been from a purchase perspective, and maybe put some pressure on you.
Yeah, and actually
with more support. This is one of the good things that we don't say before a live stream. That we try to.
So, your guest is put on the spot. I like it. Yeah, real-time pressure.
I prepared a few questions. One of them being, do you prefer Daniel or do you prefer John?
Oh.
Well, I would say both of them have their very unique special features, and I think I love it just as much that they are so diverse and different. Yeah,
I'm going to hold you to an answer.
Equally wonderful.
No. I'm gonna hold you to
yeah.
John, no.
So we have a few questions here. One is, will the card drop any performance if you run it in a PCIe 3.0 16X instead of a PCIe 4.0?
I think the thing to consider there is really it's a bandwidth, right? So when you look at
considering it's a 16X, it should be enough even on 3.0.
It should be enough, I think. Yeah,
I think
exactly.
It's only like the highest end at the moment that is actually
where it's even
limited.
Where it's even relevant. Yeah, I think So I think
probably
it's pretty okay.
Not a discernible difference.
Yeah, I think you would struggle to see a really real difference.
And another question which we've got a couple of times is, are there any benefits from combining Radeon and Ryzen? And we've actually covered that a lot of times already. And the answer is yes.
Absolutely.
Main reason is to get the smart access memory.
Smart access memory, exactly. And later on, you've got the HyperRX feature which comes into play, which would be as easy as a one-button press of getting the absolute most performance out pairing a Ryzen and a Radeon together. But absolutely, it makes huge sense to do it. Yeah.
And I have one question that I'm guessing you can't answer, but FSR 3.0, have you working at a company closer to Radeon than we are? Do you know anything?
I think this is going to be one of the standout technologies as we go into 2024. And honestly, I think what it delivers to your frame rates, number one. So your FPSs are going to be massively increased and definitely on older titles and on newer titles. You've got new titles coming like Forspoken, Immortals, and that's going to be native FSR3, right? And they're going to be so good. But, you know, the thing to think here is it's not just for 7000 series, it's for 6000 series. And it's going back to 590 even, right, where you can get a benefit backwards and forwards with FSR3, right? And the reason for this is it doesn't rely on machine learning, as an example, or AI, which is why in another variant, something beginning with a 4, is the only way you can get some of these features, right? So what this is about democratizing gaming, and it will work on NVIDIA cards as well, which, you know, is going to bring frame rate increases to your 3X series. So
it's a bit like RSR, it's called, the other variant to FSR.
Yes,
because FSR is per game, whereas RSR is in the driver itself, isn't it?
Yeah. So, but also, what I mean also by that is if you look at another variant of it, like DLSS, for example, right, which relies on a specific part of hardware in a certain series of product to be able to deliver that, right? So I think
But do you believe it will be visually as good?
Yes, I do. I think visually it's going to be, awesome. But,
we're looking forward to it. As consumers, it's super exciting stuff, of course, because
so clearer, faster, and lower latency is gonna bring some of those features. You heard it here first.
It's like, but people would save this.
But actually, Digital Foundry, the YouTube channel that does deep dives, visited AMD and had they couldn't show anything yet, but they had a report, and in conclusion, it's almost there, but they were super impressed. But until they can actually try it out themselves and actually feel, is there a latency? Can we test the difficult situations? Really,
so obviously, I'm very positive it's going to deliver these benefits. But I think,
but for now, buying this card, it's a promise.
It's a future-proofing of a great new technology which is going to come through, and part of that will happen in this quarter, and then more will happen in Q1 as we go into next year. So soon you're going to have like 300 games supporting this, right? But remember, it's not just that, it's the fact that this technology is deployed on any DX11 or any DX12.
Yeah, the fluid motion.
Yeah, fluid motion. So if you think about this, it's going to bring some huge benefits to whatever game you play, and you know, and in some cases whatever platform that's on as well. So I think it's fantastic new
definitely
feature that's going to be able to get deployed.
John, did you see the question that Molly showed?
Very quickly, yes.
Sai, do you like Coca-Cola or Pepsi? Speaking of
Coca-Cola, sorry.
There's been an internal bet in the chat right now.
Oh my God! Oh yeah.
I'm with you there, and I'm also with you on Liverpool.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
What is Pepsi Max Mango included in that equation? Is the question. Because if you haven't tried that one,
mango,
it will change your life.
Okay.
I actually think the lime one is better, but okay.
World shattering.
Yes.
Yeah, I need to try that then.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I like that
we'll have all night,
labeled as the important question too.
But we didn't even say diet, did we? On the Coke.
Yes.
Okay, so Coke versus Pepsi with sugar. Which one? Coke or straight up Pepsi?
I'm sugar.
No.
Oh,
then
Coke.
Yeah, Coke or regular Coke, regular Pepsi.
Regular Coke.
And Zero versus Max.
None. Neither. Sorry. Yeah, but you know, the healthy choice is to go for light or diet options depending which region you're in. So yeah, they're all good options.
According to the marketing, someone will say so.
Have you tried julmust? It's a
Swedish
seasonal Swedish drink that in some ways resembles Coke, but it's a lot more
think-
herby.
Is it like a fermented
cinnamon.
drink?
No, not really. Well,
Okay.
it's stored for a long time, so
okay.
it gets.
Okay.
But it's not fermented. But
Let's try that tonight. Can you go buy it? Is that possible?
There is.
do we have?
Okay.
Coop has it.
Okay.
But we don't have any in our fridge.
None in house, but yeah. But I would like to try the.
Okay,
yeah,
so it is fermented. Okay.
Okay. I'm thinking, yeah. I think it was, yeah.
You should
Okay.
come here during the holidays and
Yes.
try it.
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I'll
And
make sure to try it.
we got a couple of questions about changing the fans. Should they start to wear out? Is it serviceable
Okay. I
by
think
the end consumer?
that is possible. That if actually normally what we would do, we'd accept it as an RMA anyway. However, in what we do, obviously, you know, we're using like sealed dual Japanese ball bearings fans in as a bearing.
It should last
so
for a very long time.
the mean time before failure is like. It's like a crazy amount of hours. You'd have to be gaming. It's like, you know, plus 60,000 or 70,000. So you have to be gaming for like, I don't know.
Don't underestimate us.
7 or 8 years.
customers.
Non-stop 24/7, 365, and like 7 or 8 years. I think we'd need to be
That's no problem.
full tilt.
They rate.
These guys can. They'll be doing this, right? Yeah.
Obviously. We're gonna do the contest now. Tävlingen.
Okay, contest time.
So from my perspective, the launch has been very good. So I'm having the laptop here just to monitor the backlog we're building up on the 7800 XT Hellhound, which we are having a member's prize on. So yeah, obviously people really like that offer, and
awesome.
Yeah, there's about like 10 or so that placed an order like after they ran out.
Oh yeah.
But don't worry, we will. Sai here will fix product for you. Are they flying them from Taiwan? I guess they must be, right?
Yes, yeah, we have to, yeah.
First class.
Because it's
arriving soon.
A new product as well. You're very time restrained to transport it. So yeah.
Yeah.
So if it was on sea, it would take like 6 weeks, which is very. No one wants to wait 6 weeks, I think. Yeah.
So cards should be arrive in the coming weeks, and we'll of course update the website and your.
Absolutely.
On the homepage as well.
Some statistics on the competition. So 1,000 people has joined.
Wow.
The competition.
That's a lot, especially for an extra Wednesday stream that we have today. This is out of our regular schedule. So
so normally we stream on Thursdays, and that's our regular
slot, regular schedule.
So usually it's a little bit harder getting big numbers on an off-scheduled day. But having good guests apparently helps.
Thank you very much. Do not adjust your channel, people. There is a big competition about to go down. Someone is going to win a Red Devil limited edition card. Wow.
Yes. That I'm gonna try and not kick over by sitting like this. So yeah, I should probably adjust.
Okay. Amazing. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Can you replace the fans if they go bad?
All right. So I think what we would do. So normally, if there is because really we get very, very minimal fan failure. I have to say it's very, very rare actually. If that did happen, if it's a case of the customer doesn't want to send it back to the service centre or whatever, you know, or to where they purchase it from, i.e. iNet, then possibly we could organise replacement fans. So it is a possible thing. But the risk is if it's in warranty, it's easier just to return it. But if it's out of warranty, if you've gone past your 3 years, then yeah, it doesn't matter so much if you then remove a back plate or whatever to replace
usually
it.
Like it's easier to just go through us, and since we have the contacts, we have the regular deliveries from PowerColor.
Yeah, iNet just need to speak to us about it on the service side, and then we discuss it, and then we can say okay. Yeah,
so it's not like a product or article that you can just order. It's more of a we will help you out if that
and after
happens.
service. basically. Okay.
Yes. Okay, so competition is being prepped.
There was a longer question as well. Can you see it?
Oh, it's a long one, yes. Yeah, it's about.
Oh, okay.
Yep, yep. So it's about like the 7800 XT performing against a certain 4070 and a 1440p example. Like, what would be your key selling points?
I think your immediate advantage is you've got 16 gigabytes of memory over 12 gigabytes, right? I think, you know, let's look at it. I think, yeah, 12 gigabytes. I mean, really, you want 12 gigabytes if you're going to be doing 1440p, right?
Yeah.
And you know, as your minimum entry. But if you want to go a little bit further, 16 gigabytes is going to give you your maximum kind of performance. Maybe you're going to go 4K as well because it will manage it. And also with your 16 gigabytes, that's where your full-on rasterization comes into it. So you've definitely got a big benefit there as well.
I mean, this is really the 7800 XT, which we're talking about now. Is like if you're gaming in 1440p pure rasterization, which is most things, this is like a really good value option, which we have been missing out on for quite a while. So it fits a gap in the market quite well, I think.
Yeah, and I think, and also the pricing. Yeah. What does the 4070 cost right now?
I don't know. I'm not biased or anything. So I don't have that numbers at the top of my head.
What I would say is you're going to get a better value card for sure. It's cheaper. The performance is higher. It's 7 or 8% faster, I think, where the results are coming in today. So, I mean, just check a review and you'll see a reason why, but also is a logical reason it's cheaper and it's faster. Yeah. But, you know, the good thing is, it's got the 16 gigabytes of memory. In fact, the bandwidth of the memory is higher as well. So add all that together, your secret sauce is, well, actually, the ingredients just make this one a better pie. I'm going to eat that cherry pie. I want that pie. Okay,
that's cool. Good saying. All right, are we starting to get ready or what?
Yeah,
where are we?
How are we looking?
Yeah, so there's one more. Let's take the questions after and be ready to. So now is a very special. I'm assuming you normally don't watch our live streams because it's in Swedish and we don't had. I
sometimes only look to see. Wow, John and Daniel, they are such good-looking guys, aren't they?
Okay,
we know why they're watching. Yeah.
So, Jonathan, can you switch? Yep. So now you're watching the magic in our live streams. This is called the Wheel of Fortune. So we have.
Do we even translate that? It's like.
I think it's the same. The Wheel of Fortune.
I don't know.
What do we say in Swedish? The wheel.
The
wheel. It's better.
The
wheel.
This is the wheel.
This is the wheel. The wheel of life.
Yeah, I really felt that we had a nice name for it, but we didn't. So, but anyways,
the dramatic.
So we have a few routines. So we have to shuffle first. So and these are the wheel shows 75 names at the time, but we have almost 1,000 people.
So this is randomly rotating through these names. Okay.
So usually we shuffle a bit and we'll let it rotate for a while. So the audience or the one watching,
they might see their name.
But now when we have 1,000, it just takes too much time. So they just have to believe us.
Yeah. I trust them. Don't worry. I'm sure it's all completely fair.
And so
I can be like the adjudicator.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. Yeah.
And so let's sometimes we'll let the audience or like the guest do the honors and click the button.
Wow. You're going to give me the power.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if I guess everyone is ready, so we just click it. Just click it.
Just click.
Yeah.
Just like that.
Yeah.
So basically, we're going to give away a Red Devil. Limited just at one click. This finger.
The suspense is killing us.
Right now, I'm going to change your life. One of you people are going to be extremely lucky. And I'm very pleased that one of you are going to be one of the first owners of the card.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Should we do a drum? No. Okay. Go.
Oh no.
Did I click?
No.
No, I need. I think that's button right. Let's do it again.
Yeah. No.
Okay, we'll do the click.
Yeah.
Oh,
whoa!
It's going.
And then it takes 60 seconds.
Okay, 60 seconds of drum roll. Well, I'm feeling very pleased that someone is gonna be the proud owner of one of our Red Devil cards.
Chat is hyped, I can tell you.
Wow. And I want you to win, whoever you are, but someone deserving, hopefully. Yeah. You deserve it.
So
you joined the stream. You've been watching, you've been participating. Thank you very much.
We have some of our
You are welcome.
some of our regular names. One is called the Dirty Cock.
What is his backstory? I wonder.
Oh no, man with no life didn't get it.
I wanted him to have a life.
So Nor Walrus is maybe the one.
Looks promising.
Okay, the walrus, huh? I am the walrus. Whoa!
So let's see if he has to announce himself in the chat.
Walrus, where are you? Show yourself.
Oh yeah, there was.
It went by very quick.
Twitch chat.
Hey.
He's in Twitch. Congratulations. Oh yeah.
Okay.
So don't. If you didn't win, don't turn off the stream because we have an announcement.
Okay.
Do not disconnect.
So let's switch to the ACAM. So we talked about it a little bit before the stream.
Yes.
That you brought some graphics cards, and
I did.
We're not letting you leave with them, so we're taking them.
I know, it's like I've got to explain to my big boss, like, Si, where are the rest of the graphics cards? They're here.
Yeah. But tomorrow we have. We haven't really talked about it today, but if you're buying a card today, you're actually getting Starfield.
Yes.
Because AMD is running a really good promotion.
So.
And tomorrow we're having a Starfield live stream, and so I'm asking if you would be okay to maybe do a giveaway of one of the other cards tomorrow on our live stream tomorrow.
So you're asking me to give away another card for another live stream?
Yeah. So no pressure.
But
you know
for
Starfield,
which is a great reason to buy a 7800 XT over a 4070, by the way. Someone asked me the question earlier. I'm giving you another reason. And on that note, because I'm feeling so happy, I'm feeling overjoyed to be here in Sweden with my pals as well. And the fact that you guys are giving all this time to watch this stream. Yes! Hell yes, let's do it.
So another reason to tune in tomorrow to watch Starfield and do a rematch if you didn't win today.
Yeah.
Okay.
The regular stream, Starfield, you get another PowerColor card. This time, the Hellhound.
Yes.
Yes, fantastic.
Yeah.
Great. I'm very happy to do it. Yeah. And good luck tomorrow to whoever is going to be the lucky owner. So yeah, fantastic. Cool. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So, well, this is it. We've been talking about PowerColor and Radeon and this new graphics card for almost an hour and 20 minutes now.
Is that all?
Yeah.
Wow. Time flies when you're having fun.
Really,
this is what they say, right? So I think we've had a great time.
And I want to thank the stream. It worked better than expected to do it all in English. I was very pleased. You have been a great guest. Super pleased that you wanted to come. It was pretty last minute. Like we decided last week, and I thought you were joking when you.
Me too.
I'm gonna fly over to Sweden just for the day, and we're gonna do the but no.
Because I went into John's office after I answered an email. And he was like, yeah, okay, so we're like, should we try to maybe book a restaurant or do something after the stream? And I was like, no, he's obviously joking. He's not
but the thing is, we really, me and you, we talked about this on Computex. So I guess I didn't fill you in on that, like, small details. I'm like, yeah, so let's do it now, next week. And you're like, sure, I'm booking the flights now. And everyone else is just, funny guy.
I'm always a man of my word. So I thought, I'm definitely going to come. I said yes, and we would. And so that explains it now. Si, are you really coming? Yes, I'm coming. Yeah.
So no, I'm super pleased that you wanted to come.
Thank you for having me.
Always a pleasure seeing you. And thank you so much for the graphics code they gave to the
And last notice from my side, just on the offers we have now for the members only on the stream MSRP pricing. It will be live until 8 tonight, so 8 p.m. 20:00. After that, it will be reverted back to the regular price for everyone. If you place an order and it's not in stock, we will still deliver within a couple of weeks. So yeah.
As
we'll make it
soon as
happen.
this guy is delivered.
Yes.
Yeah, so you better make sure you order to take advantage of that special offer.
Yes, just for a couple
After
more
tonight
hours.
it's over, but yes, and I will make sure that those cards get here for all of your orders, which is very appreciated. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
So much.
Ciao, guys.
We'll see you tomorrow.
See you on the other side.
Yes.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.